All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Fridays at 4 on twitch.tv/DDOstream. I'm your community manager, Cordovan. I'll be with you for the next hour. We're going to be looking at the Dhampir, which got its Lamania debut preview this week. I'll tell you a little bit more about what we have in store for next week as well. Talk a little bit about the bonuses and other things that are happening. We do have a small patch for next week and a whole lot more that we can talk about a little bit here on DDO Stream this Friday afternoon. It's a shorter work week for us because we had Monday off in the United States. If that was you, hope you're getting ready to celebrate your weekend just a little bit earlier than usual as well. And yeah, it's been a good week. Oh yeah, I want to say hello. My son is with me here for the summer, so you'll probably see and hear him just a little bit on the live stream here for these Fridays. No, Mike, actually, I heard Lizzie snoring right before we went live here. Speaking of things being picked up on microphones, wouldn't that be funny if that got picked up?
Yeah.
The little closed captioning is like snore sounds. But, alright, let's head in game. Let's take a look at Lamania. Lamania, I should note, is currently closed unless you are Mr. Fancy Pants like me and happen to work for Standing Stone Games. But we are going to be doing another preview. We're on track to do our second preview of the expansion, if you consider this first preview just of the Dhampir Preview 1. Preview 2 is expected for next week. We're hoping to have more some of the kind of items that you'll see coming with the expansion bundles. I think we'll have that hireling, I understand, in better shape for next week. My belief is we may be able to take a look at the iconic next week as well. And whatever is in the preview, we'll have notes about and such for next week. Next week is next week. This week was Dhampir, and I can get in game right now, show you what the Dhampir looks like. Now, there are a lot of great content creator previews that happened this week as well. We had on Tuesday night a window leading into Wednesday. It turned out afternoon, as it turned out, to do content creation previews. So we have stuff from like Axel. I saw Strimtom make a video, which is pretty sweet. Drac from DDO Players News got some love over on Massively OP for his preview, which you can find over on ddoplayers.com. And a bunch as well. I mean, DDO streamers were all over it, and a whole bunch of people were on Twitch. I'm sorry to leave someone out here, but a lot of previews of Dhampir, but I did want to take a look at it officially here for the live stream as well, because I know some of you really just kind of only skim this and don't always get into the streamer thing, as they say. The aesthetic is too gaunt. Well, there are options. This is certainly a gauntier look. But this just seemed kind of basic here, so I just wanted to use this as a model to kind of go over some of the different hair colors and things that you can do with your character. You can kind of go witchery or whatever. You make it all nice and gray. I mean, that's kind of cool. Okay, that's pretty cool. You can also change the hair ombre as well. You can do pink. It's pretty good. All right, well let's go with something real slate blue. Yeah, that's not bad. That's kind of working for me. All right, now let's take a look at the eyebrows. I think the eyebrows are basically the way it is. Let's go look at some of the different head options. We'll go back to start at number 1 here, just to make it easier. Fangs, like I say, the kind of skinniness of the thing, the cheeks. You can even have a smirk now. Yes. My metal band is called Vlad. Alright. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. All right, let's roll with that. Ears aren't really going to come through on this one, so let's take a look at facial detail. So, a lot of the no facial detail to eyes. This is skin tone, skin color, things like that. Make it a little younger. Let me just cycle through. Oh yeah, the blood drips. Not all Dhampir are heavily undead. They tend to align with undead. That's sort of a core component of the Dhampir. But you don't have to necessarily play them like that. You can play them more or less really based on personal preference and how you want your Dhampir to look like. So, I am going to go with more... Let's start with just a basic here. I actually kind of like this. And then I don't know if I see face. Yeah, you can get facial hair going. I don't see a big beard on him. But you can get some facial hair going on him. We'll do that. I will work on the eyes a bit. Actually, I kind of like that. I'm going to go with that. Change the eye color to more red. Glow shape. That I am less sure on what that is. Oh, I guess they have a glow. I'm not really seeing that so much. Okay. Oh, I see. In the eyes. And you can adjust the color. We'll adjust it bright just so you can see the difference here. I mean, that's not bad. I think I'm going to go with that. All right, let's take a look at the different... we have many of the same that you're probably familiar with. Some are more red than others. I think I'm going to go for a lesser red, something like that. Well, nah, I think that'll go. I'll do that one. There's some jewelry options. This will be the facial jewelry, like earrings, things like that. Some of these are more clear than others on this character. But I'll show a few other things here. Ooh, nose ring. All right. Wow, we actually have quite a few choices here. Look at that. I kind of like the... Here we go. We'll go with the Lost Boys style earring there. And there we are. So we've got our Dhampir created, and this person will be, I don't know, guitar player. Now we will... My kitty is saying hello. Now we will quick go back into Karagen here, and let me just take a look at... we'll do a basic fighter here, and we'll go female this time. Like I said, I'm not actually making this character, so just drag whatever. All right, we'll hit randomize here. Oh, did I not do damn? Oh, yeah, I did. Okay. Man, that's not bad, actually. It's pretty good. Okay. Take a look at some of the just purely randomized facial appearances. Typically, I'll start with a randomization just to get a ballpark, and then I'll fine-tune it. All right. Well, this lady will work. I can mess with this a little bit. This will be the bass player of the band. So, you know, traditional hairstyles here. Ooh. Yeah, okay. There we go. And since she's a bass player, we'll give her pink hair. Pinkish hair. Looking pretty good. You see the add many buttons you can't have. It's true. It's true. In this case, you can. But most of this is all pretty basic stuff. I'm just going in game quick to show you outside of CareGen sort of how this person looks. I don't think I have any immediate armor I can. There we go. Just for the purposes, actually, this isn't level 1, so you know what? I'm not gonna worry about that. We'll just show off the dance and dance 2. Let's see that. There we go. Oops. All right. Well, anyway, we got our Dhampir in action, but I actually do have one that I built up for this preview that I can use instead. So let's log into Dhampir and take a look. Why on Lamania can you not actually create the Dhampir? Is that in a different preview? You can. The preview has ended. Lamania is currently closed. But when Lamania is not currently closed, you should have been able this week, in fact, to make the Dhampir. You did have to purchase it for 1 point in the Lamania store, so perhaps that's what's going on. Okay. Anyway, I just wanted to, before I was completely done here, let's go through. I'm going to go through the tree out of game because that doesn't really need to do that. But I can show off like fearsome countenance. You can see sort of what it looks like. So you got that little thing around you. This one is Rush of Bats. This is sort of your close the distance skill. Boom. And I've actually been putting that to pretty good effect on my Armag on Kyber, so I would expect to actually probably use that one some as well. Embrace Death, I don't recall. No, that's just a stance. Okay, so we're not really getting much there. The Dominate Person is just a spell cast, same with Dominate Animal. Okay, I got Ruin. So I think that's really all I have. Oh no, I should have the bites. Where did my bites go? That would be... There we go. Oh, it is right there. I just didn't... I thought it was lay on hands or something. So okay, there we go. Well, let's do this then. I'm gonna target the kobold. Use my vampiric bite. Take a look. So it's bite attack, and it'll do all sorts of different things based on what it is you expend into and what have you here. So that is a quick look at the Dhampir. We're going to have more information about that real soon. You'll see another opportunity to play it next week on Lamania, in addition to most likely the Iconic and the Hireling, which is technically available in this preview, but it isn't working right. Or it doesn't have its art and stuff yet, so that'll be in next week's preview. And that's what we got. So let me take a look at chat, and then we're actually going to switch game clients. I'm going to go in game, and we're going to do something else here. So. We have an internal date to launch our pre-purchase campaign for our next expansion, but I'm not in a position to announce that today. People who are familiar with our typical timelines can probably put together some estimates themselves based on sort of how we usually do this sort of thing as it relates to Lamania previews. Transfer tool test going well. Yes, yeah, I mean it is. It's going to be a longer process before I think we're fully ready to go on this yet. But we do have some work that is continuing to be done related to our 64-bit worlds and transfers. I don't really have anything more this week that I can tell you. I know, for example, one thing I heard this week is we're working on, like, say, an in-game command, some tooling there that might either facilitate testing or perhaps even end up sort of an end-use case in some ways. So we'll see what happens there, but we're progressing along. Nothing new in terms of timing, though, to announce today. Yeah, there are Fang and non-Fang options, so you don't actually have to have the Fangs nor the blood if you don't want to. So. Oh, flat 2D, then really big. What was that about? Oh, that was just me having fun with a couple of the streamers. I was just the same kind of events and tooling and things I can do when we have player gatherings. I was just messing around a bit with some of the streamers on camera. So the same kind of stuff that you'll see when I do my anniversary visits and such. I can target a creature and then make them adjust sort of their XYZ distance, so I can make them kind of flat and things. So it's pretty fun. Pretty fun. Has SSG been noticing any criticisms on the Dhampir racial tree? Yes. That's about as good a time as any to get to this. So let me get into my camera here, and then we will... I can find it. Here we go. And then I'm just going to put up this racial tree. We'll go through some of it on camera here. As usual, this is not our final document. This is our first public document for the Dhampir. So I know that Steel Star and the rest of the team have been already looking at your feedback, what you like and what you don't like. And as you can see, we are currently on page 15 of this thread. So we have some number of comments from which to base said feedback on. But let's go through the tree here. First thing I would note is that it is not a dexterity race. It is +2 strength. I believe Steel Star talks a little about the nature of the why on that, but we've heard you that we've been doing dex races of late, and though a Dhampir could well fit into another dex race, there were multiple options there, and we wanted to go with strength because that's one that we have heard from you and our own selves that we could use another strength one. So that's what's up with the Dhampir. They do not need to breathe while underwater, so you don't have to worry about that. It works similar to Warforged. And then there's this Vampiric Bite. So what's going to happen is it'll do a small amount of piercing damage per character level, but that damage is going to scale 200% with either melee or ranged power. It cannot crit, however, because it's not a weapon attack. However, what it can do is a whole bunch of other stuff that's in the trees, in addition to healing you for 10, plus your heroic character level times your constitution modifier. So, for example, if you have a 5 modifier, if you're getting a +5 on constitution, then that's times 5. If you're going +4, like you got an 18, for example, that would be your base heroic character level, so up to 20 times 4. So that would be up to 90 hit points from positive energy. That you can use a certain number of times per rest. By default, it's twice. Goes up significantly as you invest in the tree. So the racial enhancement tree itself, the cores are really the mechanism by which you can invest in your vampiric bites and invest into your stat of choice, similar really to other races there with the addition of the vampirism. Tier 1 is a draining bite, which will apply a negative level that'll go up by 1 for every 5 character levels you have. So that's not gated by heroic. That'll go up to, someday in the future, 40. For now, 30. So not bad there in terms of doing negative levels. Now, I happened to see Strimtom's video, and I know Strimtom has frequently talked about one of the things at high difficulty gameplay with negative levels is it disappears right away. And that is typically often true. But I would point out as well that it does tend to do an instant debuff, which, especially if you're doing that as an opening your attack, is an easy way to knock 7 levels of hit points and give you a few seconds for you and the rest of the party to perhaps get in a debuff or stun or whatever else is that you're looking to do. That said, not the most powerful thing, but it is, however, a Tier 1 ability. So, then you'll get skills like usual, and an energy multi-selector, which really lets you focus on either the positive or the negative amplification based on what else you're doing with that character. Are you a positive or negative healing amp and damage class? Or build, rather. Similar to others, we're extending your range of unconsciousness in the Tier 1 as well, and you will automatically stabilize at rank 3. Then you'll get saves versus spells. For Tier 2, Lifeblood, when you use your bite, you will get up to +3 to all of your ability scores for 60 seconds. So that's not a bad way to give yourself a good, again, using a bite as an opening attack, or perhaps even a sustaining attack once every minute to get both this and whatever other buffs are in place. You do get a Dominate person and animal SLA. Embrace Death. While Embrace Death is active, you'll get a 100% critical hit resistance, so you will not be able to be crit, and you are able to be healed by negative energy. You'll take half healing from positive and double damage from light, so again, not entirely dissimilar to other things like this in the game. You are considered undead rather than your original type for this purposes of effects, and then you get like intelligence, charisma, wisdom, and perform. Melee attacks have a 10% chance to heal you with negative energy per character level, max 20. And it's a major form and a vampire form. So really kind of dip it into Pale Master, but over on the Dhampir side. Rush of Bats is the one you just saw. And that's rush to your target's position. It's a good close. It works with a similar skill to the old shield bash. And then you can get MRR. Both just additive and an increase to your cap. Tier 3, the target enemy within melee range needs to make a save or be cowered for 6 seconds. It's a fear style effect and such. Get a boost to your stun DCs. Your deadly bite in Tier 3 is when you're considered undead. Your vampiric bite heals you for negative energy instead of positive. Makes sense, again, based on the build. Harrying Swarm. Enemies in a small area around you where you finish the rush will take a hit to their dodge and attack for a little while. And they can get improved dodge as well. Tier 4, Ascendant Bite. Your vampire bite now applies stacks of vulnerability and deals double its piercing damage. So if the target, and remember that skill is 200% with melee or range power. If the target of your vampiric bite is cowered, like you saw from Fearsome Countenance, living and corporal, they must make a fort save or die. So potential opening sort of assassinate effect to clear things out and get on your way, in addition to other uses you may be able to find. Get a boost to your enchantment DCs, that Dominate Person SLA. And Biting Swarm. Living corporeal enemies in a small area where you finish your rush of bats are bitten, causing them to bleed. And they'll take 1d6 bleed damage per character level. and that's also skills specifically with melee power. Their past lives are +1 to hide on the first, +1 to strength on the second, and a racial action point for third. And then, Steel Star goes into some of the questions here that I guess either I already discussed or aren't particularly relevant for this live stream. But that is what you got the chance to see this week, hopefully, if you checked it out. If you didn't, well, I guess you just got a little preview here right now then, didn't you? And let me take a look at chat, see what we got for questions. The dance is to be like the goth kid dance in South Park. It's not bad, yeah. How long is the movement stun? The delay hitch after you do the move before you can start moving again. It was not long. I am going back through my head on this now, and I don't really notice when I'm using Shield Rush that there is much more than the global cooldown that you see for any kind of skill attacks. Perhaps I'm just not paying attention, however, because I usually am in the middle of battle when I'm doing it. But I have not noticed a pause in my ability to do things after either a Shield Rush nor this Bite Attack. Bite Attack on the Mania, Shield Rush on live. Yeah, I am pretty sure that, well, I guess I'll have to check, but I would be surprised if we kept the Bite Attack using the Lay on Hand symbol as well. I'm assuming that's just placeholder. Will we update the Dhampir? Yep. I don't know enough details on the hireling to really answer those questions that I'm seeing in chat, but it'll be available in just a couple days on the Mania, and then we'll have more about what it is and how it works. Do they move that faster? Am I using a speed thingy? Sorry, it is true. Yes, I am using I was using an administrative speed thingy to get me there faster. That was an admin command. The Dhampir do not have natural bonuses to movement speed that I'm aware of. Is there an option to not have any piercings or jewelry? Yeah, I saw. Pretty sure I saw that on the list, but we almost always do that. I would be shocked if we didn't. Goodbye, completionist. Sorry, that's true. Adding wisdom to the stat progression option is desired. Both positive and negative spell power is affected by the heal skill, which is affected by wisdom. Okay. But are you really going to invest a whole bunch of points in wisdom just to get the benefit that you would get for spell power from having a higher wisdom? That seems like a pretty big investment if you're... But maybe. Okay. We should remake it into a dex race just for fun? Okay. No, we won't. Sorry. The HP gain should be temp hit points instead. So it actually does something useful in Reaper. I am going to disagree with you, but I appreciate that feedback. I think people will find it plenty useful in Reaper, but we'll see, won't we? Also, yes, another option for Sork self-healing. Read the trees. Does the cower make helpless? Yes. A cower is a fear effect, and a stationary fear effect, I believe, counts as a helpless effect. Does it not? Pretty sure when I've cowered mobs before, I've been able to use helpless, like, say, boost to damage on Armagh. But again, I'm kind of going from my own belief here, rather than knowing for sure. Any update on the possible names for new servers? Yes, I know what they're going to be called. I am not, however, in a position to share them with you this Friday. I would expect that sometime soonish pretty soon here. We're going to have an article on DDO.com. It'll be on the forums. It'll be in the Discord. It'll be linked to on social media on the launcher. And that'll have something in the range of, this is how we're intending transfers to work. This is about when we're intending them to start. This is what the servers are going to be called. This is where they'll be located. This is a list of answers, hopefully, to at least an initial set of questions that we're expecting you would ask. And then we'll develop that document in the coming weeks as we act near the point of beginning our 64-bit server transfers. Similar to the way we did it on the Lord of the Rings Online side, one of the bigger differences being is we did give them quite a bit more heads up than we may be able to do this time around. But we did also get some criticism for maybe perhaps announcing it too early as well. So can't make everyone happy, I guess, but you know, at the same time, we'll see. But that should be coming in the next. Well, can't say. It'll probably still be hot. Let's put it that way. "64-bit server transfer does include astral shards now." That's the intention, yes. And we'll have more information about how these server transfers will work when we get to it. Okay. I think that's where we are. Let's do the other thing I was going to do then. We have got just a little bit of time. I don't know that I'm going to totally be able to get this done on camera, but we're going to give it a shot. And I'm going to put up a document here to let you know what the heck I'm talking about. And I want to thank a certain person named Rabid Fox, a different name on the Discord, but also known as Rabid Fox there, for putting together this guide on the forums. So you know how we said Sleeping with the Fishes, the last quest to debut in Tavern Tales, has multiple endings. And oh boy, were we not kidding. Because Rabid Fox has done an incredible amount of work to put together how to actually sort of figure out the secret optional in Sleeping with the Fishes. So I thought we might just go through this guide together and see if we can get this to happen on stream. So again, thank you, Rabid Fox, for your heroism in figuring all that stuff out. But let's go check it out. So I'm going to go back on our MOG here. A sentient gem from Amelia Tyler, that would be awesome. I'm down. A hag gem is definitely something that we have discussed. Is there a new sentient jewel in the works? For sure. Last I heard, we had a couple in mind, but I don't know the one on any of that. I'm sorry. In order to make this easy, I'm a legendary character, and I'm going in on heroic. And I checked with Rabid Fox before we went live to see if this would work, and it's supposed to work. And the reason I'm doing this is because I don't want to deal with tough battles and that while I'm figuring it out. This one is really about showing you and myself how to do it. I'm going to put into chat a link to this thread that teaches how to get to the secret optional, and you can play the home game if you want to. The timid gem sounds familiar. There's I guess enough time has passed, maybe people don't know, but that was originally a bit of a, what you might call a proof of concept just inside of the office, where they were just like, well, you could just have, you know, Cordo, can you record some lines here while we actually, then we'll hook it up in game and see how a sentient jewel actually plays and what have you. So as such, it doesn't have the studio quality that, you know, a mastered professional recording studio and microphone setup's going to have. That was in the old stream room that I recorded that, if I recall. I don't want Covered Culvert, though. I want Sleeping with the Fishes. Sleeping with the Fishes is... Let me look this one up quick. Is this the one that's in the harbor, Sleeping with the Fishes? Yes. Aramond. Oh, yeah, okay, this is the one by the Wayward. Okay. Alright, I am going to... Let me switch cameras so we could see the game. There we go. Gonna make our way over there. There we go. A Jeets gem would be cool. We've used Jeets a lot, though. I don't know. Maybe a Jeets gem is overkill. I would like to, but the idea of a hag gem makes sense. We've often had one for like the other enemies, like a Black Abbot, that kind of thing. I mean, there's a whole bunch that we've got on our to-do list, really, and we'll see where all those land and if and when they happen and all that sort of thing. But okay, so I'm going to go in. Like I say, we're going in on easy mode here, just to kind of show you how this all works, and I'm going to have to show myself at the same time. So let's bring up this web page again. Let's see if we can make this thing happen. Sleeping with the Fishes optional. So first off, we need to get both wands. You technically only need to get the Disillusionment wand, but we're going to get both, and this own guide will explain why here in just a little bit. Okay, so now we need to go and get the wands. We will just get both. Go in your inventory because we're going to need them. They only have 3. Actually, I think I've already got them in my inventory. Just to be safe, let's make sure that that works okay. We need to be careful about fighting things, because again, we're bringing this thing up. So, now that we've got the wands, there's some ways to shrine here, including that thing that we talked about a couple weeks ago on stream. But we need to use the wand on the agitators. You can put them to sleep first so that you won't aggro everything else. But the agitators in particular, we need to use those wands on. Until we find a surprised impersonator. And then once we find the surprised impersonator, we talk to him. So let's do that. Let's do that. That's the next part. See what we can do for doing this.
You hear a commotion up ahead. Is this the right time to intervene? It seems that the local Sahuagin and the Kobold Union have had bad blood between them, causing tensions in the fish market to rise.
Okay, let's try... It doesn't say to use... Okay, just the Sahuagin hunters, huh? Can I kill the hunters? I think I can kill the hunters.
Kobold agitators are
There we
making
go.
a bad situation worse by spreading lies. What is the best way to stop them?
Did I screw it up already because I attacked the supervisor, or is it just because they're asleep? Alright. Let me try this one again. I'm actually gonna ditch out. I don't think that... I think I screwed it up already. So let me recall out and try this again. So I need to hit him maybe with the disillusion first and then hit sleep? Well, I know you don't need to sleep them, but according to according to your guide there, Sardonic, sleeping them prevents the rest of them from aggroing you, which is kind of what I was going for. But if just hitting them with only the disillusionment's the way to go, then that sounds fine. I'll just do that. So. But the stuff that does aggro on me is okay then to kill both of them, huh?
You hear a commotion up ahead. Is this the right time to intervene? It seems that the local Sahuagin and the Kobold Union have had bad blood between them, causing tensions in the fish market to rise.
Oh, I'm out of charges, okay. I don't think I can listen to the grievances if they're dead, right? So... Okay. Oh, I did do it right? Okay. Oh, unfortunately, they're all dead. Well, too late now, then. Okay. Worker... There we go. Oops. Uh-oh. Oh, here we go. Agitator. I should still be able to hit the agitator with the disillusionment wand, however. Quit messing with Kobold's head, huh? There we go. Alright. So, de-agitated. Now, these should be able to be defeated then. Oops. Let me get my weapon back out. Oh, actually, where's my weapon? What did I do with it? Have I not seen this? Where did I put it? Oh, right here. There we go. The only one, yeah, that's what I thought. The only ones you couldn't kill are the agitators. That's what I was of the impression, but like I say, we're doing this together. We're learning together, based on bits and bobs that I've heard. So we'll see. We'll see how this goes. All right. So...
I don't deserve the risk. There are yet foes on the field.
All right, there we go. Two kobold agitators left, huh? Okay. So... And this will get the charges once I get the other bit. I just got my sword here so I can stop unequipping it every time. Attack. Fortunately, I cannot listen to the kobold grievances, I think, because it... Or no, I guess... Okay, listening then would be probably the sneak then, right? So you get through the dialogue tree. Oh no! Oops. Oh no, I actually defeated a kobold agitator. Are there any more? Or is it one and done? Am I toast now that I accidentally got one?
It seems most Sahuagin mind their own business, but a few are stirring up trouble.
Well, either way, I don't think we're actually getting this all done today, because there's my other agitator.
The Wand of Shattered Illusions dispelled the
There we go.
disguise on someone pretending to be a Sahuagin.
Oh! There we go. There's my impersonator. Okay. So, now, got the impersonator, and we need to say, go back to your boss. Tell him a reckoning is coming. Great. Now we can freely defeat any remaining mobs in the main area or keep wanting them. Once the main area is cleared, go to Romira and Juvian. When making your way to them, don't provoke. Pick this option. Okay, so that's the next part, is to pick the non-provocative option from the various peeps. Okay. Oop. And this we can pick up and use on that machine to get the charges back on the wand, if necessary. But we don't need to worry about that anymore, frankly. So,
The Sahuagin
here we go.
are guarding something here. They try to stare you down. Weapons ready.
That would be lovely.
The Sahuagin usher you in.
Now, do I need to go and do the kobold one before I make the boss over, or can I do that? Okay, yeah, here we go. So then we need to go here. So, let's do that then. Okay. So now we go through these dialogue options with Romira here, and this dialogue option is tell her everything. Okay. Listen, I found a House Lyrander spy who was spreading lies about you and stuff. Okay. Now, I'm going to basically have to do the same with Juvian on the Kobold side. Okay. I don't have any big news today. Sorry. I don't think I've got a whole lot in the way of big news for you today. Other than, we are doing our next Lamania preview next week. I mentioned that was going to have the iconic and hireling and other bits and bobs that are in there too. So. Remember how to get to the kobold. Go. Are you bringing
Kobolds guard the entrance here. They seem wary of strangers.
Hello.
Don't attack.
Oh, let me clear out these mobs here quick. Yeah. Oh, make sure they follow me over. Oh yeah, Romira did follow me over here, so we're good there. Okie dokie. Lizzie, I'll be with you in a few minutes. So basically I just need to get to, the other kobold. Oh, there's Juvian. Why is Juvian... Why can't I speak to Juvian? Did I screw something up? I must have screwed something up, huh? Oh, here we go. Okay. Oh, no. I can't. Oh, okay, now we're good. Okay. Oh, nope. Oh, here we go. Well, I might have screwed this up then, right at the end of the stream. Maybe we'll try this again next time. Well, maybe he's actually doing the dialogue. Maybe we're still okay. Yeah, here we go. So I think we're okay. So, when they get together, click on them once. They'll talk to each other for a while. They'll talk to each other some more. Eventually we'll see adventurer convince this fool, talk to Juvian, take the first choice. Okay. Okay, hey adventurer, help me to convince this fool. So, now I need to pick no... Wait a second, I'm not seeing that. I'm trying to read a screen I can't quite read. Oh, another tell everything. Listen, I found a Oh no, that should be. I'm with Romira. You can be brave or you can be forgotten. It's your call. I'm with Romira. You can be brave or you can be forgotten. So it looks like you can do that other dialogue option, even a little out of order there. So now, lead the uprising, head back to the tower. If they're advanced correctly, they're now hostile, which I believe should be the case here. Yeah. Yep, and the House Lyrander folks are not happy to see me, which I am okay with. Alright, now everything in the tower and kill the boss. Okay.
From the top of the stairs, Travash scowls. Oh, what is this smell? Who let these peasants, nay, Travash seems genuinely put out. I don't care who started it. Take this trash out before the party guests get here. I have places to be.
Okay. Advanced dialogue to get various things. Okay. Okay. Follow me. Follow me. Okay. So now, I believe they just go to the end here. Is that right? Okay. There we go. Oh, I need to do the other bits yet, too. Okay, well, maybe I should just have them wait here then for a second. Where are they at? Yeah, we'll actually say wait here. And wait here. We clear out the levers. Oh, there's a... Yeah, you're right. There is more to the tower. Okay, well, that's fine. Let's just do this then. I'm gonna go, I guess, a little long on the show, but not too bad. I don't think we have anything too much... Oh, actually, this room was done. So. I don't think it'll take that long. I should be able to clear this out. I don't know, what, another 10 minutes maybe? Something like that. Okay, lever 2. I believe I will bring them over here, let them sit again. Oh, that's just the rush shrine. Okay. Yep, here's her. Okay, I did get that. So, we're good. Can't remember if there's anything down below. Nope. Oh, yep. Okay. Probably on the other side here too then. Nope. Okay.
Travash seems unfazed. You see, I'm under no illusions. This world runs on money. Good Travash scoffs. Now all that's left to do is clean up the loose ends. Starting with you.
Oh, my kobold friend is still here. Okay, so where am I headed? I'm just defeating stuff. Okay. As I have to find the guy. Repower. Okay, I'm not seeing the guy. Are you seeing him? I think he has one more hit yet, right? No? Oh, there we go.
Mortally wounded. Travash scatters. You think you are
Alright, we did it.
me down, and another rich man will
So
step
now, what do we gotta do?
All you've made is new money.
Yes, thank you very much, Rabid Fox. So now we actually have to go to the Cerulean Hills and Myth Draenor for the second optional chest. Use the Drow teleport location to get there. Okay. Well, first let's hit the regular chest. Oh, talk to them first. Okay. Okay, so we're not done yet. We still have to have dialogue with them to make that happen. But that's fine. We can do that. Where do they go? They're still down there. Well, actually, it looks like they're doing their own dialogue option.
You can't help but notice how close Ramira and Juvian are standing. They seem to be getting along quite nicely. Juvian says,
There we go.
Think we deserve a break. Who want to go on a picnic?
Okay, so now we go to Myth Draenor, second optional
"What's
chest.
a picnic?"
Picnic is when you go outdoors somewhere nice. Have food, smell flowers, chat. Cerulean Hills nice this time of year.
You had me at food.
Oh, you have to go to Cerulean first? You have to do the chests in order? Okay, well, Cerulean it is then. I thought maybe I could hit Myth Draenor first. Unfortunately, my load screen is being very loady today. Alright, there we go. So I have to do it in order. I can't go to Cerulean first, is that correct? Just before I do it? I guess we could just find out. Okay, so you have to let them go on their dates in order. Okay, alright. So we'll go to House C then first. Which we can do somewhere direct from here these days. That's Slave Lords. Where's our Cerulean airship? There we go. So let's call back up that map. In the Cerulean Hills, it is... I can't actually see it from my stream element. Let me call up the forum thread here. Okay, basically all the way direct south. South corner past this, so down around there. No problem.
This caravan has been looted and ripped to pieces. Judging from the debris, this happened quite recently.
I mean, my understanding is the answer is yes. There is some desirable loot that people would like to get, and that is why this is as
It's nice here.
popular as it is.
Still, I wish there was more adventure, more danger. I think I might be high maintenance.
Oh.
Julian's got a friend in Gatekeepers. Likes to tell stories. Ever heard of Miss Dranner?
Miss Dranner. All I heard was second date. Juvian waves to you.
Hey! Psst. Thanks for the help. Here, have stuff
Okay,
from Mira.
so here's our first chest. Because I am all the dev hacks, let's go and re-roll that loot, just to see what we can get. Keep in mind this is the heroic version of the quest as well. Okay, next, then, we go to Myth Dranor. So if yeah, my cooldown's still good there. And then this one, we can use the Drow teleport location to get there. Basically go all the way up to the northeast. Oh, the Phorobos is covering the loot. Well, gosh, I will make sure I don't do that next time. But also, it didn't actually matter. It was just all random gen. No good loots for me. And where is my... There we go. Actually, wait a second. That's not the Drow. Is it? Evening Star. Yeah, it must be. So, wait a second, where does it say on this then? Location. Is that... Oh, yeah, by the Drow Raiders. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. Okay, so now we go up to the northeast for a little while. And let me just call this up again. So based on where I came in... Oops. Something happened. Okay. So there's the road, and I just basically need to clear off direct this away, pretty much, until I find it. So... More teleporters in Myth Dranor. Yeah, I've heard that. I can see that. Let me call that map up, see where we are in relation to that, if possible. Not quite. Go a little east, maybe, huh? Slightly northwest across the water? Okay. This looks like maybe it, huh? No? Yes. Sweet. Well, alright. Roomy. Well, there we go. Look at that. Go Ruby.
I wonder what fine treasures wait inside.
Alright, I mean, it's a ring. That's cool. That's cool. I guess let's just keep re-rolling, though, huh? Even though I'm getting it. I'm doing this for you so that you can see. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Hot dang. You know what? I'm going to stop re-rolling because I'm going to put that one on my bank. I want that helm. Let's put it on. Let's see what it looks like, huh? I need to take... Okay, why is my... goggles... hat. Oh, there it is. Right, alright, it's not too bad. Yeah. And then this right chest, I understand, is good too. This is maybe the secret one, as it were, so let's re-roll that as well. Oh, I don't have enough shards. Oops. Well, let me clear that out then. Boink. Okay, well, we'll just take this then. Well, we have gone long here for Fridays at 4, but we did it for a reason. We got it done. Thank you so much, Rabbit Fox, for the guide. Thank you all for watching here on this Friday. We do have crafting XP boost going through the weekend, so if you're doing your Caneth crafting, this is the weekend for it. This is also our final weekend of double bonus points plus, so you can get an Elixir of Experience with your purchase. That is through June 1st, so only through Sunday, so make sure to take advantage of that while you can. And otherwise, we'll probably have more from Lamania and such next week for Friday at 4. Until then, have fun. Talk to you soon.